Now to your top 10 headlines in just 2 minutes. A federal judge has ruled the law banning gun owners in California from having high-capacity gun magazines was unconstitutional. Attorney General Rob Bonta says he'll appeal the decision. The ban is likely to remain in effect while the case is still pending.
Another 5,600 auto workers are expected to hit the picket lines at General Motors and Stellantis distribution centers across the country. The UAW says their talks with Ford are making progress towards a deal. The president has now said he'll travel to Michigan to stand with those on strike next week.
More than 1,000 migrants are crossing the southern border on average each day. Some have been forced to sleep on the streets. The Biden administration announced 800 active duty service members were sent to the border to expand migrant holding facilities.
Politicians in Washington have 8 days to reach a deal and avoid a government shutdown. For the second week in a row, House Republicans failed to move forward legislation related to funding the government. Millions of federal workers and U.S. service members would have to report to work without pay if the government does shut down.
A federal grand jury in New York has returned a sweeping indictment against United States Senator Bob Menendez and his wife in connection with improper foreign relations and business dealings.
Investigators are looking into if a blown front tire may have caused the charter bus carrying high school students to roll off the side of a highway in New York. The crash killed at least 2 people. Dozens of others were injured.
The first test of whether privately owned high-speed trains can work in the United States launched today. Florida's Brightline started running trains between Miami and Orlando, reaching speeds of 125 miles per hour. The 3.5-hour trip would take about 30 minutes less than the average drive.
16 million PG&E customers will likely see their power bills go up. They say the reason for the rate hike is so the utility can move thousands of power lines underground. The California Public Utilities Commission is set to vote on a proposed rate plan for PG&E in early November.
Tonight and tomorrow, Sacramento is hosting its 10th annual Farm to Fork Festival. Visit Sacramento says the festival is somewhat of an unofficial start of more events happening later this year. 100,000 people are expected to be there.
A rare sighting of flamingos captured relaxing in the waters of Lake Michigan today. Some believe weather patterns brought the birds north. Conic pink birds drew a crowd, and you can understand why. It's not every day you see those in Wisconsin. And those are your top 10 headlines in just 2 minutes.